Hi there, these comments are for one of my students, AJ, and how you doing today? And you're doing an independent speaking practice test. So are you a risk taker or not? That's what you're kind of answering right now. So let's see how you did with this practice test. As you can see here, I have the independent speaking rubrics, right? So I can give you an estimated score based on the official guidelines.
For
Okay, here we
example,
go.
2 weeks ago I went for skydiving and it was amazing. The moment I jumped from the airplane, I forgot all my stress and problems at work.
Let me go back to the beginning. Okay, here we go.
I think it is better to take risks and be more adventurous because it can vent out our tension and daily stress. For example, 2 weeks ago,
It can vent out our tension and relieve stress, but venting out a tension and relieving stress is the same thing. There's no need to say it twice. Give yourself more time to develop your examples without being repetitive.
I went for skydiving and it was amazing.
Good
The moment
example.
I jumped from the airplane, I forgot all my stress and
It was amazing, exhilarating, but still, what does that mean? You can say, we went up to an altitude of 15,000 feet, right? With my pack on my back, I was pushed out the airplane, and everything on the ground looked like ants. That's how small it looked. Even buildings were very small. I remember free falling for over 70 seconds at 120 miles per hour. Now that's amazing. Why? Because you describe it and you make it amazing without saying it's amazing. So don't use a word like amazing because it doesn't it shortchanges your ability to use the detail and the vocabulary to explain your idea.
problems at work. Therefore, the days after, I felt that I re-energized and I am able to work
I forgot. I energized. Yeah, I don't get what you're trying to say there. What if you said the days after, I felt so energized for taking this risk.
more. Moreover, it can improve our knowledge.
Instead of saying it's a moreover, taking risks can improve our knowledge.
For example, I love to travel to many countries. And
Instead of saying I left to travel, say I took the risk to saving money to travel to a whole bunch of countries. So make sure when you mention that idea, show how it was a risk, and then that connects back to your speaking task.
this habit exposes me to many fields and experiences, which I learned a lot from cultures and traditionals. That's why
You might say from which I learned a lot.
it is very important to take risks and be adventurous.
Okay, so
I think it is better to take risks and be more adventurous because
yeah, I'm thinking based on, I listened to it a couple of times. I'm thinking 23 to 25 points on it. So in the vocabulary, be careful. You want to make sure that you have imprecise or inaccurate use of vocabulary or somewhat limited in the range used. So be careful about using words like amazing or interesting without really explaining why those things are so. So be careful about that. I think sometimes you can connect ideas a little bit better and you can elaborate, especially on the second idea. You can elaborate more on that, or don't bring it up in the first place. But overall, it's still a strong response, and that's why I'm going to give you 23 to 25 points on this practice test.